He's lying to me. No, I don't think that's the real explanation at all. Truth is, she had a reason to hide that name. Explain yourself, please, Corson. I have here the notes from the Omnibus case, my lord. And as we know, the victim, the man who we now understand had been negotiating with Mr. Grilled. Yes, Mr. Mason, brickmaker. That's right. Only Mason was his surname at all. It was his given name. His full name was Mason Milverton. Milverton? Did you mean to say Saint's alive? Asa Ashton Milverton. It's not the case. It's not the case. The brickmaker, Sir Mason Milverton, was your father? I don't. As I believe I mentioned earlier, your family history will have been thoroughly checked once you join the civil service. And it really should take no time at all for the court to subpoena those records. Truth is, you have been illegally acquiring highly government information and selling it to Mr. Griddle in combination with your father. Facts and evidence revealed by the co-examination of this witness have come together to reveal the truth. The truth, you say? You have with your father, Mr. Mason, and illegal dealings with Magnus McGrild. Of this music box, you mean, counsel? Yes, selling information being sent to secret government communications and selling it to Mr. McGrild. McGrild conducted this scheme of using two music boxes to encode the information. It's presumably a safety measure against the information falling into the wrong hands. Very effective one. Wouldn't have given the scheme any credit whatsoever. The deal with McGrill went sour and the document met his end. Yes, but before he was arrested, Mr. Grill managed to temporarily dispose of the stolen disc at the pawnbroker. Then, having learned of the situation at when the break 2 days ago, the attempt to recover the two articles McGrill had placed in pawn there. But that attempt failed. One of the discs was seized by the police and the others you never found. So that night, you enlisted the help of Skalkin brothers and broke into the pawnbroker. This time, you tell me we recovered the second disc. You suggesting that the second disc was inside the music box? We never knew nothing about that. None of Mr. Miracle was killed. It was a pawnbroker we touched one, I don't know, the music box. Choosing this demonstration using the two prints from the security cameras indeed. So the question was asked against the incidents. Why was only one encore disturbed? It's only obvious, because it contains a second disc which the intruder was desperate to retrieve. Since if it would have fallen in the hands of the police, it would be proof of high treason. Well, Mr. McGraden, you done that all this began on that fateful night 2 months ago? I refuse to accept any of this nonsense. Sir? There appears to be blood slipping through your sleeve on your jacket. 2 nights ago, we know the 3 shots were fired at the scene of the crime when Break Pawnbroker. One took the life of the pawnbroker himself. One struck the pouch around Mr. Sherman's waist. And the final bullet struck the calendar on the wall, having first pierced the arm of one of its intruders. Now, Miss Graydon, that wound in your arm that you seem to be trying to hide, it's a bullet wound, isn't it? You got you now, old China. Time to call it quits from Corcoran, I reckon. Just don't acknowledge my presence there under any circumstance whatsoever. Those were my terms, remember, and I paid you handsomely to comply. Clearly, I was fooled to think I could trust some coming back slum thieves. Fine. I admit it, I was on the windbreak that night. I paid these pair of 10 guineas to accompany me. As you've noticed, I sustained an injury, of course, in my adventures. But as I admit to nothing more, stealing government secrets, gossip with Mr. Negredo. And God is my witness, I shall occur nothing of the sorts. But now I can show hard evidence, I suppose. Nevertheless, the defense has now established a crucial fact, which is, well, we all know that one bullet was fired from each one of these two firearms for evidence. The bullet from the Skykin brothers hit the pouch around Mr. Sholman's waist, and the second bullet from Mr. Windbreaker's gun clearly must have been the one that caught Mr. Great on the arm. Indeed it must. We were the possibility that the man shot himself. That leads us to one conclusion. Mr. Windbreak was shot by a third gun, which can only have been fired by the third intruder. Goodness. That's right, Mr. Greydon. The only person who could have possibly shot Mr. Break that night is you!
Hold it!
You're the upstart. A great mistake when you summoned me here. What was that supposed to mean? Yes, what do you say? I was as a pawnbroker. I did my best to hide the fact naturally. But just wanting the career I built myself as a communication station. Never crossed your mind. Did you have a possibility? What do you mean? The thought? What possibility? But if there was a scene I may have witnessed a crucial moment. You see? To keep witnesses in this case, I have my hands firmly around the neck of your client. What? Are you suggesting? I saw it all. I saw the very moment the pickpocket cop pointed the gun at the poor defenseless pawnbroker and shot him. What? It can't be true. Nah. This man's trying to save his ass. Come on, let's destroy it. Let's destroy that man's ass. We're going in dry, boys and girls. Into the last act of this trial. It's great on. Yes. I trust you for the implications here. It's shown that your claims is false. You were having incriminate yourself as the killer. Fully. I should give your former testimony once more. You will tell the court precisely what you saw. Nothing would give me greater pleasure. Alright, time to whip this man's thing to shreds. Alright, what lies you got me? You got from me today? Motion was jostling with the broker. I was still interested in the shot. Oops. When Windbreaker threw national counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. Man, but he shot himself from the showroom. I could see him through the people in the door, though. The accused of the black coat shot the man in the back as she was trying to flee to safety. Blood ball spotted all over the wretched girl. Then she tossed a gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. Racist, it's quite funny testimony. Claims so, on oath, to clearly seen the time pull the trigger. Order. Set right this way. Neither is my intention to be found guilty of murder I didn't commit. So you see, my hands have been forced. I tell the truth now as an act of self-preservation. Sorry about that. The black coat the pickpocket was wearing. It's just about protecting to by human blood. It's a true science, not an image detector full away. It's the science and law theories be proven for how they stand. You've been employed in the courtroom as a basis of evidence. Scott Young has a small copy of the criminal code agent used with all officer permission. Oh, good, no. Why not? Well, we know, don't we? That's why all that farm Jenny's coat. And test it. Oh, help, you're white. I was having it yesterday. Go get my desk cleaned up, set up some new things, apps, set up new things, apps, and start learning more graphics. Nice! Yeah, put your ways into your work. Question, my lord. However, waiting the results, the French may receive the cross-examination. Yes, my lord. Okay.
Hold it!
Press everything, find out where we need to go, and kick his ass. I should put a foot at them. What do they have to revolve in his hand? Fortunately, it wasn't too close. In my life. Yeah, we just regulars, that's all. We don't like violence. To the past, we carry a gun. You were near the shop to the entrance. Unless in the first place, we can get joined in and make it 2 against 1. Something in the situation. That was wrong. I was trying to help my little boy, but El Geisha chucked me over the bottom room counter. Put the gun on the fire, so I made my scrapper. They would be setting upon the poor defenseless family together. Shame on you. Sorry, Gov. Oh, those 2 little guys. Yeah, but let's have Santa to step up. I always love stepping up with new equipment comes along. I do.
Hold it!
In the moment you were shot. Yes, although I didn't realize what had happened, of course. Things crashed to the floor with the counter as the 3 men were brawling. Exact moment it happened, but I didn't hear the gunshot. It appeared. As I was bleeding badly, I wrapped my hand tucked around it. Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to it. Doctor had no choice but wait for it to heal. As 2 days later. Tend to shoot you, do you think? Oh no, I don't manage to even notice I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off opposite. Anyway, I didn't strike home. Put my gun on them, tried to shove me out of the way. Then scrapped the floor. What did you do?
Hold it!
79, but I got it for 68. Nah, that's not bad. That's not a bad price we got to upgrade. You know, I always love a good discount. Oh, and the door here too. Start wood. I like you, Gov. Didn't see nothing so Gov. Long existence. I was there, but didn't see the killing took place. 68 with taxes. Still, even with taxes, it's 68. A lot of the equipment that I buy, I tend to buy it on Black Friday because it's a nice cheap expense right there.
Hold it!
Yo, the friend was firing the gun in my hand. I'm right again, but only a single bullet had been fired. It was a certain situation. The bullet was fired at you. Oh, but no. The rest of the broker's gun picked my head. This equipment gun gazed my arm. And yes, there's no gun kind of talk, but this was another gun entirely. 79 with taxes would be 86. So you got, yeah. Well, the keys must have had her own gun.
Objection!
Okay. Sorry. We got interrogate each other. All of a sudden, book a turn on. A moment. Go wet. And back.
Hold it!
Okay, of course it's saying on Facebook now, updating such a dark color. Perfect book, isn't it? Yeah, that's why information's moving to blood for 7 months ago. It's so annoying. The evidence that Curly's chemical analysis should prove that. Well, unfortunately, we can't use it as evidence in this hard case. Arthur.
Hold it!
You could should have gone out of the room? Despite the book fell to the floor, she started walking over. Where exactly? This room door, so I was watching. Of course, I retreated quickly, and then the girl dropped the gun to the people in the door. But she was hoping the distance was up from the mono weapon. But thinking I went pick it up. Of course, I was worried about leaving it there in case more tragedy took place. You took the third gun. Yes, it was yours truly. I'll have to clean up tomorrow like he's left. The mess around the car, something's supposed to study up. Like a boom. By chance, the second disc in your jack pocket?
You little toe rag! Excuse me!
Hello! Gentlemen! Wrong, Sunshine? That should be my line. You realize you were just finally shaking Mr. Skulky. Blimey, this did a bit of an ugly, ain't it? What's going on just now? You saw them grab me, yes sir. By the way, you said, or did you mention that that gun was when you died down in the station? And why didn't you? Because we didn't know nothing about it. All that flaming people on the door. Sorry about that. I can be prone to losing my wax sometimes. Not hurt, are you? God, blimey, see the way he's looking at me? I tell you, this deed gives me the willies. That was strange. The inspector doesn't normally get quite walked as up as that. You normally grab someone. I wasn't great to see like, oh, you normally all sweetness and light no matter what I said. Yes, well, I think you might be a special case, Iris. I love the... So, for those who don't know, Iris basically is... Her name is Iris Watson. She's writing all of the little books about Sherlock Holmes. And because the books lead Grayson in a good light, and a really good light, he gets a raise on his salary, which is why he's always so sweet to her, is because if she says something mean about him in his books, his salary will go down. So he's all sweet and gumchucks because people like this. If you living paycheck by paycheck, if that paycheck drops a nickel, you're gonna notice. I want fish and chips again. Here's difficult. Well, you talk about what comes aside. Oh, good luck to you, my dude. Learn all you can. I know a friend of mine is always studying for her exams and stuff, so learn all you can. If you have the chance, honestly, it doesn't have to be a college course. There's probably courses, online courses you can take for graphic design. I don't know, boost your learning and stuff like that. So, more power to you. You have it. Court police inspector. Yes, sir. Traces of the employee were found on overcoat. And I've sent the strange. It appears that there was help from spelling firing a gunshot wound. In the report. Excuse me? It's me. See? What did I say? Boy on the coat, it's not Mr. Windbreaks. How far can you say that, Counselor? The coat originally belonged to Marcus McGreal. Before his coat was disposed of Mr. Windbreaks, McGreal fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Riverton. So the blood on that overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the army case.
Objection!
Well, the dead cannot speak. It's not right, Miss Monroe, friends. Sorry. 2 months ago in this very courtroom, did you not, in innocence, the other man is dead. You branded him as a murderer? Dude, you're probably bleeding from your hand. Here's a woman with these days online. Yeah. Most things have transitioned themselves to an online being. This guy's teachers of this. I just don't know whether the blood in the coat is 2 months old or not. Let's be quick and fix that problem out. It cannot be done. But it's a detective, not a chemist. Fairfish has come from advice from me, for example, like I see the starving boy. He went away crying. It's probably more than 3 minutes. Resignation. His name carries no weight in this courtroom. No weight at all. Did you say that? Victory sweet indeed. I prove my testimony, the whole truth from start to finish. Patience show. Said the victim was spotted with the victim. This could possibly known in fact as he saw it happen. In other words, his testimony is solid. The conclusion is singular. The accused was shot in the case. Is that? It's a foreman. Sir.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Okay.
Guilty.
Well, let's try him.
Guilty.
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 So I constantly failed to unpick this for the testimony. Tip may here's an attempt to you may take and unpick so being equally successful. Gotta play this one last game. Come on. Behind just lower steam. Would you agree, Mr. Mazzamundo? Officer, you have the report now. That we all thank you. It occurs to me that some of it, Mr. Nando. A science shoots are determined not by science, but by other than the human mind. I know that voice. I'm going mad. Ah! Mr. Sholmes! What? The meaning of this? Oh, this has all we have, so we shoot because probably I have time. All you need is the tools and time, and you got it. First, you have here, detective. Last I heard, you were cooking at the hospital. I would be had I not been set up on an errand. An errand? What errand? It's really you. You're back at last. Yes, good day, Iris. I would be late to realize my apologies. Now, my lord, will you humor me? What matter, sir? Something of great importance I wish to give to the long way over there. Need more 5 minutes. You'll be surprised as far as the time. You say so, Lord Van Sykes. This fight has taken me hours of court time. I already spent so long. Exactly, I've spent so long ago. You don't want to go in. It's more precious time. As I was saying, having spent so long already, team cheers to deny the friends a million of 5 minutes. So, apologize for telling you about it. Oh, so you alright now? Alright, I'm all wrong, sorry. We just managed to summon the strength to stand man. I asked the judge for 5 minutes. But I feel I'm from too much for me. Pray forgive me if I should pass out. Let's just make this as short as possible. Hurley, this place is full of elites. I can see a wonderful your chemical belt analysis of this. Oh, well, the concussion of mine was really just a bit of support to assist me in my investigations. I took the trouble to be fined for appraisal by the subject community, an oversight on my part. Wait, miles for surely not. Enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear friend. What's that? A leaving present from Mr. Sonato. Mr. Sonato. It's possible matters would be started well. Yes, those were the instructions when she asked me to do this favor. I don't understand. So please. She knew the couple would attempt to escape justice by on both devious and unhand. As humans are fine failure as you are want to find yourself in trouble peril. Very more crisis, you will be given this small parcel. Those are the instructions. What could it be? What's this? It's a machine I made. Buggy! Who's this? It's my latest invention. What is that? It's called the cat flipper map. Makes the cat flap for every little film like 2 seconds. What's Susie up to? Her voice before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be your assistant. But she said something like that. Well, that's your inflattery. I'm sorry to say, that's been a complete failure. What did she mean by it, Mr. Sholmes? That night, when you left Miss Merkin in pursuit of these Eves, somebody used to crash her for a sudden purpose. That's your answer, dear fellow. When I grip it then, it sounds like you used to scout for that night, but why? Into the court records. Your 5 minutes is over. We're out of time already? We are out of time. For us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. Indeed, I need no thanks, Detective. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? The Joes are enormous and leading. No doubt my law enforcement citizen. Anything to alter the vote now would be utterly futile. I wonder. Snarnder. Yes. The rest is down to you, my dear fella. What is your plan? Make one move to trial in Bradley. Hello, defense requests. Oh, I want to request. I think this is wrong.
Objection!
Objection!
That's acting for the customer as a new witness, but rather to continue on. What? Clear while important details escape your attention, Mr. Ripley. Which person is worth the cost of a nation? Yo, very well. The conversation is hereby temporarily suspended. I assume you have no objection, Counselor? I never got to finish! can say anything then. Woman was asked to resume his cross-nation of the court. He's afraid to allow it. It's absurd. Oh, I say spicy house school. School has been pretty good. It's been methodically day in, day out as usual. Remind those present the courtroom that the defense is entirely within its rights to request a cross-examination. However, permit an unlimited operation of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity to conclude. You must choose but one statement from the witness testimony, and but one evidence presented. Shall move to adjudication. Clear, counsel? Yes, Lila. Single statement, same piece of evidence, most generous. Well then, Mr. Nando, high time I fell in a dead fate. I leave this to your capable hands. Mr. Sholmes! Yeah, most of my classes are in the afternoon, so I kind of do homework in the morning, go to class, stream in the evening, and rinse and repeat. Is this only strength of mind, or showing me like a feeling? I imagine he's feeling a little now. The detective is sleeping soundly on the antique tables. Check man when he's down, why don't you? Well then, Counselor, are you prepared? Yes. One statement, one piece of evidence. Oh, Mr. Home down. Oh, Iris. I won't waste the final chance that's given me. This is going to decide the entire outcome of the trial. Well done. In the terms outlined, you may resume the cross-examination. And we will pick up right here next time.